It's in the eye of the beholder. Not beauty necessarily, but what someone sees with their own eyes, or in this case, by viewing a highly edited video. You might remember 3 summers ago when a drag performer was accused of exposing himself to children in the audience of a performance at Pride in the Park in Coeur d'Alene. Then there was a blurred video disseminated by a far-right blogger claiming that's exactly what happened. There was exposure, except it didn't. After reviewing the unedited video, Coeur d'Alene prosecutor's office says it didn't show any exposure. The drag performer, then sued the women who put out, or the woman, I should say, who put out the video, and then won more than $1 million in a defamation case. But that didn't stop the Idaho Family Policy Center from using that video and a claim of exposure on a petition to protect children from drag shows. But now an Idaho District Court judge says those statements made by the conservative advocacy group and its leaders were demonstrably false, clearing the way for another defamation jury trial. Joe Paris breaks down the case and what comes next.
An Idaho jury will decide if false statements made about drag performer Eric Posey are defamatory following a summer 2022 performance at Pride in the Park in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. After the event, blogger Summer Bushnell posted an edited video of Posey's performance with the crotch area blurred, asking if he could be arrested for exposing his genitals to minors in the crowd. The Coeur d'Alene prosecutor's office reviewed the footage and found no evidence of exposure. Despite this, the Idaho Family Policy Center, which describes itself as Idaho's premier conservative Christian policy research and educational organization, they posted an online petition and later a newsletter claiming that the performer exposed himself to an audience that included children, adding to their claims, quote, "These creeps are using our children as pawns for their perverse sexual desires." The then Policy Center podcast host, Josh Bales, repeated the claims, stating that he saw the video.
And let me just add this too. I saw the video and it's extremely disturbing, not only for children, but for adults. Yeah. I mean, his genitals actually came out of his underwear at one point.
Bales and Policy Center President Blaine Canzotti were on that podcast, and they are named as defendants. In his 20-page decision, 4th Judicial District Judge Patrick Miller conducted an exhaustive review of video evidence. The defendants argued their statements were true based on enhanced video that, when slowed down, zoomed in, and brightened, showed what they claimed was a testicle visible for less than a second. Judge Miller found this unpersuasive, ruling that the statement, quote, "The Idaho Family Policy Center has reviewed the unedited footage and confirms it portrays public exposure of the performer's genitalia." Judge found that false, noting that, quote, "There is no evidence in the record that anyone actually saw the sub-1 second shadow at the time of Mr. Posey's performance." The court granted partial summary judgment on falsity, but left questions of defamation per se for a jury to decide on. Posey argues that statements falsely accused him of crimes, including sexual abuse of a child and indecent exposure. Judge Miller also allowed Posey to pursue punitive damages, finding substantial evidence of, quote, "a bad act and bad state of mind," and a, quote, "level of animosity," suggesting defendants acted with an extremely harmful state of mind. The Idaho Family Policy Center responded that they stand by their statements and expect to be vindicated, saying, quote, "While the liberal media will spin this as a loss for Idaho Family Policy Center, this case is far from over." Blaine Canzotti, Josh Bales, and the Idaho Family Policy Center stand by their statements they've made, and the IFPC Board of Directors believes, again, they will be vindicated in the end. So the jury trial is set for next April, and Brian, with all things of this nature, deals can be made, but we are expecting now to have a jury trial next year.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I did read about this in Investigate West. Brandon Durst was the one that edited this video that they all looked at to saw this shadow, correct?
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah, and there were sealed depositions that we don't have access to, but Investigate West had a great write-up on this where, yes, there was significant effort into this enhanced or edited video.
Okay, we know Brandon Durst because he was the former superintendent up in Bonner County, West Bonner County, and running for office.
Ah,
there you go.
You owe me a Coke.
Thanks, Joe.